Hello, Leo. Thank you for tuning into this week's read. For the main part of the read, I'm using Tarot Illuminati by Eric C. Dunn. Supportive Oracle cards. So the Spirit Animal Oracle by Colette Baron Reed. Alright, we got that going. Oh, card just flew right out, so we'll use that, whatever that may be, because it's face down. It showed up in the environment, so we'll see what that means. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's see where this is going. Starting off, you've got Rhino Spirit. Now, Rhino for Leo, this feels like hyper-focused to me. Kind of like, somebody's making it difficult for you right off the bat, is what I'm getting. And the thing I've noticed about Leo is, like, if you really try to tell Leo no, and they know that that's not fair, or they know that's not right, they don't put up with that, is what I've seen. I don't know a lot of Leos, but I know a couple, and what I've seen is, like, if somebody tries to block them from something and they know that's not right, they get really, like, they have strength anyway, but they get very determined, and they're like, no, that's mine, and you're not taking it from me, and they won't put up with it. I'm feeling that right off the bat. Like, no, I'm not going to let you screw me over. It's not going to happen like that. I'm not going to allow it. They seem to be trying to wait you out, and you're like, oh, that's not going to work. I'm not going to put up with it. Because someone's trying to wait you out, and you know it, which just makes you that more determined to get what you need to get. You're not going to allow this. In the environment, there's always enough. But I also get, like, the koi fish is kind of like, it just kind of takes its time. If it wants to hide behind a rock so you can't see it, that's where it'll stay. There's this energy around you where it's just, they feel like they can wait you out. And it says there's always enough. And I always feel like, I don't always feel, but this time I feel like there's always enough time. That's what I'm trying to spit out there. There's always enough time, so I can wait out the Leo. The Leo, I just gotta wait them out. They'll go away. It's fine. They'll go away. And you know that that's what they're waiting for, though. And you're like, oh, no, not gonna work that way. They're also trying to negotiate with you at the same time, is what I'm getting with the Two of Wands. They're trying to, like, get you to go a different direction. So they're trying to put things out there and trying to get your interest somewhere else. They're like, oh, look at that over there. What about that over there? Or you're letting that pass you by while you're sitting here waiting for me because I'm not going anywhere. So you're missing out on other possibilities. They're trying to, like, get you to do other things. And, you're smart, so you will evaluate these things, but at the same time, unless it's better than what you already have. But even then, at this point, I feel like I'm getting this energy kind of like, even if it is better, it's kind of like you're aggravated. You're like, oh, no, because you're not going to let this person wait you out. And I feel like that's really angering you, and you're just like, you don't understand. When you really tick me off, I can hold this position as long as I want to, and that's where your energy is. Like, oh, no, I'm not putting up with it. They might throw a couple things out there that are better for you or more of value to you, but you're like, I don't care. You're not getting the better of me, and I'm not going to have it. You're really not pleased with this energy. You're really not pleased with them, which is really pushing you forward. You got the Queen of Pentacles next on your side. This is another hold, steadfast energy. They ticked the wrong person off. They ticked you off. I feel like they angered you. I really do, and that's the worst thing you can do to a Leo, because when you really tick them off, they will remember, and if they want something, they will get it. And they have ticked you off, and you are going to get them, is what I see it coming forward, but it's kind of making me nervous laugh, kind of like, oh, this is going to be something. They notice, see, this is face down. They're noticing that you're not going. And I feel like there's a spot here where they're realizing they put a couple things out there that should entice you, and it didn't work. And they're realizing, like, uh-oh. Uh-oh. Like, they're getting it. Like, a little too late. You're like, well, a little too late, because now you're going to pay. But they try to schmooze up to you. They're trying to get on your good side now with the hummingbird spirit. That's like them trying to be very, like it says here, be here now. But I get love with the hummingbird. I don't know where I learned that, but it's stuck in my head, so there you go. And I do feel like this fits. Like they're trying to schmooze up to you, like, oh, you're such a gorgeous Leo. You're such a good Leo. You're such a productive Leo. Like they're trying to be really like, oh, you have a great mane. Like your hair is so beautiful. Like you have the best fashion choices. Like they're really trying to schmooze. Too late. Too late. Too late. Too late. Too little. Too late. Because your energy on the opposite side is Wasp. And this says sometimes life stings. Yep. What else do I need to say about that? They pushed your button. They tried to wait you out. Then they're going to try to kiss your butt about it. It's not going to work. I mean, I know y'all are going to let me know in the comments if I'm wrong, but I really feel like I'm right with that. Like, if they really tick you off and wait you out, and then they try to kiss your butt, I don't think it's going to work. I don't think it's going to work, and I think you're going to let them know. They're like, oh, really? There you go. Like, here's your just desserts. Enjoy that. You're going to just tear into them. Like, those teeth are coming out, and they're going to get it. That's what I'm getting. When that happens, judgment goes in your favor, and in the environment, like, you get what you want. Buffalo provides. It says abundant universe will provide. Buffalo provides. It's abundant. You get what you want. You waited it out. You got what you wanted. This kissing your butt thing, that was a total fail. That was a total fail is what I'm getting. You got what you want out of the situation. All right, so that happens. All is said and done. Once you get what you want here, things have been the teeth came out, you gave them what for, you got what you wanted out of the situation. Okay. But then when your goal is attained, you're like, well, I'm done with this. It's kind of like if you're going the lion route, once the carcass is killed and you got what you want off of it, it's just sitting there. You're like, yeah, I'm done with it. Whatever anybody wants, have at it. I got what I wanted out of the situation, and you just kind of move on. You leave it for the other people or other lions or what. You're done. You're just kind of like, I got what I wanted out of it. I gotta go. So when you're done with this person, you're cool. You're over it. You did what you need to do. You got satisfaction. That's that. Done is done. And you move on from the situation. This is kind of the cool, yeah, I don't care anymore energy. Like, I did what I needed to do. This is moving on. Once it's done, it's done. This energy, I don't know. I mean, I don't know who this is. Obviously, it's a general read, so don't take too much into this, but I'm really questioning this person. Whoever this is, I'm questioning the intelligence of this person because it's almost like they feel like they reset the clock. And that's, like, I don't think so. No, I think they should leave you alone. I really think they should leave you alone. But I don't know if they will. Because I get this energy like they're planning to come towards you again. They're just thinking, all right, I see what I did wrong with the Leo. I'm going to try this again in a different way. The rabbit with the stars, like they're hopeful, but they're moving forward pretty quickly at the same time. I'm really questioning the intelligence of this person because you don't really want to mess with a Leo. Like you tick a Leo off once, you learn your lesson, you leave them alone. You know what I mean? You leave them alone, whoever they are, he, she, they, whatever the gender you are, whatever. You tick them off once, you leave them alone. Like I don't know. I just think that's dumb, but I don't know. It's a general read, so don't breathe too much into it. Because this person is going to offer you something else, and they're going to do it in a way that they think you like. They think that they've learned enough about you that they got the owl here. I'm just not feeling like it's really that smart, but it's owl spirit. The thing is, it says you see clearly now. And yeah, they've learned a lot, but I just feel like this isn't the smartest idea. I'm fighting with this one. I kind of feel like this card is interesting. Kind of like maybe they think they're smarter than they really are. That's kind of what I'm feeling with this. And they're offering you something that's of good value, but at the same time, you're like, you don't like this person now. Whoever this is, you're like, I don't want to work with that person. I don't really like them. Like, I don't want that. But they're offering you something of good value. Like, that's the Nine of Pentacles. It is the 9, right? Yep. They're offering you something of really good value, but you're like, I do want it, but not from your hand. Like, I don't want this from you. I don't want this as a gift from you. I like that. I do want that, but not from you. And I feel like you have to like step back and really think about this. And I feel like you're looking at the situation like, I don't like that person, but I do want that benefit. And you're kind of like, well, I do want that, and I'm not going to let this shortchange me. I want it. I'll deal with them, but they better watch it because I'm not going to put up with them this time. If they mess with me again, they're going to get twice as bad, if not more, of what happened last time. So I hope they're thinking about it because I'm not going to put up with it. But you're deciding to go for this because you're like, yeah, I want that, and I'm not gonna let this person stand in my way. I want it. I'll deal with them. I'm gonna have what I want. So you're going forward. You're deciding to go for it. Now, I feel like you're putting a lot of effort into this situation. You got the Ace of Wands with the Eight of Pentacles. You're working very hard to take the power away from this person. Whatever power they think they have, or maybe they're in a position above you, maybe, whatever the situation is, you're working very hard to make sure that they don't have much to do. They don't have much to really hold over you as leverage. They can't really wait you out again. You're doing what you can to work around that so they don't have the same vantage point, at least, that they had before. You're putting a lot of effort into that. They are trying to move very smart, but they didn't like it when the wasp energy came towards them. They remember that. They're smart because it's the King of Swords on this side. So they're really thinking about what they need to do and how they can get what they want out of this situation. I feel like they're realizing quite quickly that they shouldn't have done this. That's another thing about the King of Swords. It's the intelligence that I was doubting before. I feel like it's late to show up to the party. They did have the owl here, which tends to talk about intelligence the way I learned it. So anyway, I'm getting they might be a little bit late to the party, figuring out like maybe they shouldn't have asked you for help because you're going to get what you want and you're securing that. They're also realizing like maybe they have to be careful because they may be the king, but the king is not infallible. The king is not fail-safe. I don't know. The king doesn't automatically win. There you go. The king usually has a vantage point on that, but king against king, and you're a lion. Like, it's not going to be easy. So I feel like they're kind of evaluating, and they're like, well, I could possibly win this situation if I push back. That's going to really make the Leo hate me. And is it really worth it? There's a lot of weirdness going on between you and this person. Like, they're catching on a little too late that they really don't want to tick you off a second time. They feel like they can hold their own against you, so if they can or not, that's subjective. But on your side, you got Vulture Spirit. In the center, there's Moth, and over here, connecting the two is the Five of Swords. The Five of Swords is kind of like, is this really worth the battle? Are you really getting anything out of it? You're doing everything you can to secure things. You're not putting up with it. The thing about the Vulture is, like, their talons are usually poisonous because they pull apart carcasses and stuff like that. And there's usually like bacteria and things like that. So they're very, very deadly in the sense of like of an infection. If you get a scratch or a claw mark from a vulture, you could end up with a very serious deadly infection from what I understand. And that's kind of like you're holding to this situation and you're keeping an eye on it. You're like, oh no, you're not going to play this with me again. You try to wait me out, I'm really going to hurt you this time. And you're very protective over your situation. And you're like, I will get what I want. Don't get in my way. Don't get in my way. And you seem to have that energy towards them. You're not hiding it. You're just like, I'm not going to put up with you this time. Don't do it. They're backing off. It does say surrender with the Moth, which kind of fits for this situation. They're leaving you alone. They're letting you have what you want, but at the same time, you're really not enjoying the situation. You're getting what you want out of it, but you're kind of like, I feel like even you at this point, you're like, was this really worth what I'm getting out of this? Because you really don't like this person at this point. Whoever this is, you're liking them even less than you did before. And you're questioning, like, is this really worth it? This should be the last time that you really end up in this situation with this person. That's kind of the highlight of this reading is what I'm getting. Let this be the last time. For some of you, I feel like you might even change your place of employment, or there's something else you're changing here. If it's a family connection, I feel like you're not going to put yourself in situations where this other person has any type of control. I feel like you're going to just step out of that or not be a part of that or just try to work around it in a different way. I know people who have, like, if it's a holiday situation, for example, instead of spending 5 hours at the situation, maybe you'll spend an hour. You'll show up really late and say you have to leave early, and that'll be that because you're just like, I don't have the tolerance for this anymore. But I feel like they're saying, see this for what it is, and don't tolerate this again. Don't get stuck in this again, because this person doesn't have anything of that much worth. There's nothing they can offer you that you can't get in a different way and be a lot happier with it. I just feel like you don't really have to deal with this person. You can find somewhere else, something else of better value that you'll actually be happy and enjoy the process of getting what you want, rather than have to deal with somebody you really are not happy with at all. All right, I think we're there. I'm going to shut this down here. I hope that helps. Thank you for watching. If you'd like a direct reading from me, shoot me an email, jamesforastral@gmail.com. That's James, the number 4, astral@gmail.com. Thank you.